Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse. Looking at that picture on that front, we are seeing more green than red, which is pleasing, even though the all share is up slightly by almost 0.1%. We did get mixed economic data locally. Manufacturing production in August decreasing 1.2%, and mining production increasing slightly 0.3% year on year. Of course, I mentioned the all share up slightly, that being carried mostly by the Resources 10 complex with a gain of more than 0.8%. The Financial 15 advancing almost 0.6%, but bucking that trend is the Industrial 25 there with a slump of more than or almost 0.2%. Let's take a look at what is happening stateside, where investors are digesting the latest inflation print for September that came out hotter than expected at 2.4%. We also did get jobless claims growing to their highest level in 14 months. Of course, markets also digesting the Fed minutes that came out last night from the meeting, the September meeting, in which it cut interest rates by 50 basis points. A sea of red on that front. S&P 500 declining almost 0.1%. Tech heavy Nasdaq down 0.15%, and the Dow giving up 0.25%. Let's take a look at what is happening with the markets across the Atlantic and the negative sentiment filtering through to those markets as well. The FTSE 100 down more than 0.1%. The CAC 40 slipping by more than 0.1%, and the DAX there with a loss of almost 0.25%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. More of a slide on the rand at 17 rand 53 against the US dollar, against the pound at 22 rand 88, and against the euro at 19 rand 16. Well, actually not a slide, but a slight gain. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing. Euro dollar at 1.09, pound dollar at 1.3, and the yen just below 149 against the US dollar.